Welcome to Advice for Seniors, where we walk alongside you on the journey to living a healthy, meaningful, and truly free life after 60. Sometimes what seems like the smallest things in the morning can have a surprising impact on your health, especially during those first few minutes after waking up. Did you know that according to geriatric experts, what you do within the first 30 minutes of opening your eyes can influence how your body and mind function for the entire day? Some habits that seem harmless may silently chip away at your health, affecting blood pressure, heart function, mental clarity, and even your emotional well-being. In today's video, we'll explore 5 things you should avoid doing right after waking up, based on advice and gentle warnings from geriatric doctors. These insights aren't meant to alarm you, but rather to help you better understand your body and care for yourself with calmness and compassion. If you're ready, let's begin with the very first habit. Habit number 1. Sitting up too quickly after waking. One of the seemingly harmless habits that many older adults still keep every morning's sitting up immediately upon waking. For many, this feels like a sign of alertness, a disciplined morning routine. But according to geriatric specialists, especially those who regularly treat older patients suffering from dizziness, falls, or spinal injuries, this habit can quietly pose serious risks. That's because right after waking, your blood pressure is still low, your heart rate hasn't stabilized, and blood hasn't fully circulated to the brain. Sitting up too quickly can cause blood to rush down to the legs instead of flowing to the head, resulting in dizziness, imbalance, blurred vision, or even fainting. For younger people, this might only cause a moment of lightheadedness, but for older adults, it can be the very trigger for a dangerous fall. Take Martha, 78, who lives alone in a small apartment in Florida. She had always been disciplined, waking up at 6 a.m. sharp and immediately sitting up to begin her morning chores. But one day she stood up too quickly, felt dizzy, and fell, hitting her head on the edge of the bed. The injury was minor, but the fall left her shaken. After being taken to the doctor by her daughter, she was advised to change the way she got up in the morning. Since then, Martha follows a simple routine. When she opens her eyes, she lies still for a few minutes and takes a few deep breaths. Then she gently turns to her left side, lightly bends her knees, uses her arm to push herself up slowly into a seated position. After sitting upright for about 30 seconds to allow her body to adjust, she steps down from the bed. The result? No more morning dizziness, and a much calmer, more balanced start to her day. Martha's story is not unique. Many doctors report that early morning lightheadedness is one of the leading causes of falls in older adults, especially during colder months, when blood circulation is more sluggish. We don't need to do anything dramatic. Just slowing down for a few seconds in the morning can create a vital safety cushion for ourselves. A gentle gesture, yet one that sets the tone for stability throughout the day. And in that moment of mindfulness, we preserve not just our independence, but our sense of dignity and freedom in the years to come. Habit number 2, drinking water too quickly. Right after waking up. Most of us know that drinking water in the morning is a healthy habit, but what few people realize is this: how we drink is just as important as what we drink. After a long night's sleep, your body is just waking up, and your internal organs are still in a resting state. If you drink water too quickly, especially on an empty stomach, it can trigger unexpected reactions that may be harmful to your health. Dr. Emily Jones, a geriatric specialist in California, shares that many of her elderly patients often experience bloating, indigestion, or light dizziness in the morning, without knowing why. Upon closer questioning, she found that many of them had a habit of downing a full glass of water in just a few seconds right after getting out of bed. Think of your body like a car that has just been turned off for the night. If you suddenly pour in a large amount of fuel all at once, the engine won't have time to start up properly. Our bodies are the same. Chugging a large amount of water too quickly can overwhelm the digestive system, potentially causing stomach cramps or even affecting heart rhythm in older adults. Mr. Henry, 75, had a very disciplined routine. Every morning he drank a full glass of water the moment he woke up, quickly because he believed it was the best way to cleanse the body. But recently he had started feeling nauseous, bloated, and had lost his appetite for breakfast. When his doctor suggested a change, sipping water slowly in small amounts over 10 to 15 minutes after sitting up, he began to feel much better. The bloating and dizziness disappeared, replaced by a light, clear-headed feeling that helped him ease into the day. For seniors, the early morning is a delicate transition period. Listening to your body, being patient with yourself, and drinking water slowly isn't just about health. It's also a quiet act of self-care, a way to show love to yourself in the smallest, most gentle ways. So yes, start your day with a glass of water, but let it be a glass sipped with kindness, because sometimes slowing down is the fastest way to lasting wellness. Habit number 3, looking at your phone immediately after waking up. These days, smartphones have become an inseparable part of our lives. But unfortunately, one seemingly harmless habit, checking your phone the moment you open your eyes to read the news, scan messages, or scroll through Facebook, is quietly undermining the health of many older adults each day. According to Dr. Mark Rosen, a sleep and neurology expert based in New York, exposing your eyes to blue light from a phone screen right after waking can disrupt the body's natural circadian rhythm. For seniors, this biological rhythm is already more sensitive, and such a sudden disruption can lead to persistent insomnia, increased anxiety, difficulty concentrating, and a lingering sense of fatigue throughout the day. Ms. Elaine, 71, used to start every morning by picking up her phone. "I just meant to check in for a bit," she said, "but I'd quickly get drawn into the news, notifications, and stories, many of them upsetting." Over time, she noticed her mood began to dip in the mornings. That feeling of calm upon waking was replaced with unease, restlessness, and eventually chronic sleep issues that she couldn't quite explain. It wasn't until she spoke with a mental health counselor at a senior wellness center that she realized looking at a screen immediately after waking was throwing her brain into a state of overstimulation before her body was even fully awake. It was like being thrust into the middle of a race the moment your eyes opened, before your mind had a chance to breathe. Instead, experts recommend that seniors give themselves the first 15 to 30 minutes of the day completely tech-free. No screens, no notifications. Just open the window to let in natural light, stretch gently, or take a few deep breaths. This simple ritual helps ease the brain and nervous system into the day, keeping heart rhythms steady, boosting natural serotonin levels, and fostering a peaceful start. Your phone can wait, the news can wait, but your mental well-being shouldn't be delayed another day. Let your mornings be a time just for you, unhurried, undistracted, and filled with a quiet joy as you welcome a brand new day with a soft, genuine smile. Habit number 4, eating breakfast too late or skipping it altogether. In many conversations with older adults, I often hear them say things like, "I'm not hungry yet, I'll eat later," or "I've gotten used to it, skipping breakfast doesn't bother me." But the truth is, skipping breakfast or delaying it for too long is silently chipping away at seniors' health day by day. Dr. Helen Grant, a geriatric nutrition specialist in California, explains that after a long night of rest, blood sugar levels naturally drop, while the liver and brain begin to crave energy to activate essential bodily functions. In older adults, the body's ability to regulate blood sugar isn't as flexible as it once was. If breakfast isn't eaten at the right time, it can easily lead to dizziness, fatigue, a racing heart, or even a drop in blood pressure, especially in those managing chronic conditions like diabetes or hypertension. Let's take Mr. David, 76, for example. He used to skip breakfast, believing that eating too early just makes me sluggish. One morning after spending some time tending to his garden, he suddenly felt dizzy and had to sit down on the ground. His doctor later explained that his energy reserves had run low, and physical activity on an empty stomach had caused his blood pressure to drop, leading to that abrupt wave of dizziness. Since then, he has adopted a regular breakfast routine with simple but nourishing foods: a slice of whole grain bread, a banana, and a small cup of low-sugar yogurt. "Just that much," he said, "and my whole morning feels more energized. No more sudden spells of fatigue like before." A healthy breakfast doesn't have to be complicated. A good balance of easy-to-digest carbohydrates, like oatmeal or sweet potato, light proteins such as boiled eggs, tofu, or yogurt, And a little fiber from fruits is more than enough to gently wake up the body with lasting energy. Remember, breakfast isn't just about filling your stomach. It's how you flip the switch on a healthy day. Don't wait until hunger strikes, and don't let skipping meals become a habit that threatens your health. Your body, despite all the years it has carried you, still deserves love and care, starting with a timely, nourishing breakfast. Habit number 5, not getting morning sunlight. There's a habit that may seem harmless, yet it quietly undermines the overall health of many older adults. Staying indoors too long in the morning and missing out on natural early daylight. Dr. Richard Moore, a sleep and physiology specialist in Boston, explains, morning sunlight acts like a biological clock. It helps reset the body's natural circadian rhythm, balances hormone levels, and boosts the production of serotonin, the hormone that affects mood, alertness, and even the quality of sleep at night. However, many seniors, due to habits like avoiding the outdoors, fearing the morning chill, or simply not wanting to get up early, gradually lose their connection to natural light. As a result, they often feel sluggish during the day, struggle with falling asleep at night, or even experience disorientation in their daily routines. Mr. Frank, 80 years old, was once in that exact situation. He often stayed up late and slept in until almost noon, then spent most of his day indoors. Over time, his insomnia worsened, his memory declined, and his mood became irritable. When his doctor advised him to spend at least 15 to 20 minutes each morning sitting outside, whether reading the newspaper or simply enjoying the garden, he was skeptical. But after just a week of trying, something remarkable happened. He felt more alert, slept better at night, and found himself less irritable. With a smile, he said, "Just a little morning sunshine, and life feels brighter." You don't need to go for a long walk or engage in intense exercise. Simply opening a window, sitting on the porch, or stepping into the garden between 7 and 9 a.m. allows your body to activate its natural healing mechanisms. Morning sunlight not only strengthens bones by supporting vitamin D absorption, but also helps the mind feel clearer and more at peace. So if you find yourself waking up and staying in the dark with curtains drawn, try opening the windows, lifting your head toward the sunlight, and feeling the vitality flowing into you. It's a gentle gift from nature, and you absolutely deserve to receive it. Conclusion: just one morning can shape your entire journey. Through aging, growing older isn't about slowing down or fading away. It's a time of awakening, of making thoughtful, loving choices for yourself. As you can see, the 5 seemingly small habits we do right after waking up, getting up too quickly, drinking water the wrong way, forgetting to breathe deeply, skipping light movement, and missing the morning sunlight, can quietly affect your body each day. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because as we age, our bodies simply need a little more gentleness and attention. If there's just one thing you remember tomorrow morning from this video, let it be this: no matter your age, your body still holds the ability to recover, to renew, and to live fully if you're willing to offer it a little listening, a little adjustment, and a little love with each new dawn. So don't rush. Let each morning be a new beginning, gentle, intentional, and filled with vibrant life. Just a small change each day can bring about meaningful transformation in just a few weeks. And if any part of this message resonates with you, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Share your thoughts or tell us about one morning habit you practice to show love to yourself. We would be honored to hear from you. Thank you for spending your time with Advice for Seniors. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone you care about. Because sometimes a simple reminder can make a lasting difference in someone's health. Wishing you a peaceful morning, a day full of energy, and a long, joyful, and resilient life ahead.